Welcome back, my friends. June is Gun Safety Awareness Month. If you own a gun and keep it in your house with kids, there are some key ways that you can really keep your loved ones safe. It is my pleasure to have Lieutenant Kim Vetter joining me from Michigan State Police. Thanks for being here. How are you?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
good,
we need this information. Appreciate it. So, as a parent, when I think of having a gun in the house, you want to make sure that your kids are safe. So what's the first thing that you should realize you should do if you have a gun in the house?
Well, if you have a gun in the house, or if there's a gun that you own or have responsibility for, and there is a likelihood that a child will be present, it is your responsibility to keep that gun locked up and stored safe.
Okay, that's great to know. Now, the Trauma Center Association of America says that June has the highest rate of unintentional firearm injuries. So how can we get that rate down, Lieutenant?
Well, proper supervision of the kids and make sure that they don't have access to those firearms, and also making sure that your guns are locked up at all times and stored away safely is critical.
Now, you have a gun lock that you brought here.
I did. These are actually free at any of our state police posts. Many police departments also have them for free. You just have to go in and ask them for a gun lock. They will give you as many as you need. And they're very simple to use. There's just a key in here that you insert at the bottom and turn, and this cable goes through the gun to an unloaded gun to ensure that it cannot be operated. Another tip is to store your gun and your ammunition separately and also locked up, so that even if somebody does get the gun, they don't have the ammunition. You don't want to leave the gun stored, loaded, and ready to use. It just is too easy for a kid who is curious and maybe showing a friend or playing with it to shoot themselves or somebody else.
Yes, and it's so alarming to hear that every day more than 300 people are directly impacted by gun violence, and I'm sure you see the aftermath of that violence all the time. What other messages do you have for people when it comes to gun safety during this month to be aware of?
Well, always be careful with guns. Assume a gun is always loaded. Always be careful where, if you're using a gun, make sure you're using it in a safe manner and pointing it in a safe direction. You only want to point it at the target you're trying to hit. And don't ever play with a gun. Guns are not toys. They can be very dangerous, and we just don't want anybody to get hurt.
We sure don't. Now, are there some places that we should keep our guns, when they're at the house, or?
Yeah, so you could keep it locked, like with one of these locks. You can use a trigger lock. There are gun safes that you can purchase and keep them in. There are all kinds of safes at different price points you can purchase. A larger gun cabinet that has a good lock on it without somebody being able to easily access it is a good idea. If you're traveling with a gun, make sure you're doing that legally, but also you can buy a safe for your vehicle as well.
Oh, great. That's good to know.
If all else fails and you have no access to any of those things, you could always disassemble the gun and keep the parts separate so that somebody couldn't easily put the gun back together.
I mean, this information is like life or death. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Yeah, anytime. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, but Lieutenant, we also appreciate you for keeping our family safe for what you do every single day. You are one of our heroes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. You're so welcome. And we will have all this information on our website about the gun locks and where you can get them at WNEM.com. If you have any ideas on what you'd like to see on our show, you can send them to us at WNEM-4PM News at WNEM.com. Just use the subject 4 p.m. News Spotlight.